So, this is, I'm going to introduce the show. This is John Heneghan. You're listening to the Old Time Radio Show, August 13th, 2015, from our CRUMB'S record room in an undisclosed location in the south of France.
No, I just checked in on Facebook.
Okay, so now you know where it is. Thank you, Eden. Everyone can come steal the records.
If you come, just bring gifts and money and don't expect anything in return.
There you go. Bring records, too.
Records or gifts.
And make sure they have electro beams on them or paramount. Don't bring the crappy...
Sacred objects from my shrines or
sacred
records for John
objects
or
acceptable.
Robert.
Or they could be
Everybody introduce themselves. We have many special guests today on the Old Time Radio Show. So let's go around the room. Everybody say hello.
Do I have to?
What's your name?
Eden.
Okay. What's your affiliation? Sitting here. Okay. Next.
Hi, it's Mrs. Crumb. I'm the wife.
Okay.
our Crumb, and it's my record collection.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I'm a visitor.
Okay.
And Foster.
And we just listened to Hapala Dance by Stepan and Haigaz Orchestra.
That was pretty cool.
And that's on the Pharos label from about 1927.
Yeah.
And there's a sticker on the label. It says sold by J. Nishanian. And it has an address on 22nd Street in San Francisco.
Wow.
Hey.
Everybody go there instead of here.
Has the address. 3275 22nd Street.
Well, there is a huge
that's where the
Armenian.
records
Yeah,
are.
there's a huge Armenian community in California, but mostly in the Central Valley, like around Fresno.
Huh.
It's huge. One of the biggest
A lot
ones
of
in the world.
Armenians in Fresno,
Yeah.
And that was recorded in New York. Well, Pharos record company was in New York. At that time in the 20s, there were 4 Armenian record companies.
In New York?
Yeah.
Huh.
It was Pharos, there was Parsikian, Margosian, and Shamlian. And there might even have been a couple others.
Interesting.
The Armenians are very enterprising people.
See, I have a couple on that label.
Pharos?
Yeah, and I was just filed them with Turkish. I couldn't really tell the difference.
They're
It's
Armenian.
hard to tell where they're from. It's like, you could...
Especially for me, yeah. But actually, now that I heard that one, I could hear difference in the melody. you
Yeah,
know.
me too. And also, somehow, like coming from a dry place where the Indian music coming from a more tropical place, it's weird, but it's a difference.
Yeah.
Dry, mountainous place. I don't know why, but you get that feeling when you hear that music.
Now, when you were in San Francisco, did you hear any Armenian music, or are you just aware that there was like an Armenian community?
I
wonder if
there
it's
were
like
Armenian restaurants. I remember eating in Armenian restaurants. And I
Right.
had Armenian friends, and they were like, I had this friend who was the most successful business person I knew, and she was Armenian. She ended up owning a chain of restaurants. They were very, very, conscientious, hardworking people.
Yeah.
But yeah, but I never heard any Armenian music. Did you, Robert? You didn't have any Armenian records then, did you?
None that I found in California.
No.
They probably were around. You know?
Yeah. We were busy looking for like country records then and stuff.
Yeah, of course, right. Who would know?
Yeah.
I also wonder if it's a kind of thing where the music hadn't changed that much, if there was places where you could go hear more or less traditional Armenian music.
Probably in Fresno and Bakersfield, places like that.
I doubt it.
Why?
Yeah.
Why?
In California.
I don't know, because look, like, I mean, you could have like bands playing at bar mitzvahs for Jewish occasions, and they would break into klezmer music, when they get done with their pop tunes,
Right.
And then, or I remember hearing Greek bands playing modern stuff, and at the end, like when they'd start playing like old Greek tunes and stuff like that. So probably was the equivalent Armenian playing for like weddings and stuff like that, where in the end they played traditional stuff or something. I bet there was.
Yeah, you wonder.
Yeah, Cher, she was an Armenian from California.
Oh, really?
Is she?
Huh. Now Armenian music has deteriorated into Do You Believe in Life After Love? Those weird vocalizer things.
Yeah, that's a good song.
Here's a Armenian record recorded somewhere in Turkey or something by Madame Lucie.
Audio record.
Ayar yurtin açmı nere nabım
There's another
Probably if you heard it enough.
New York label I forgot to mention. Armenian was Sohag.
Sohag.
The label of the Sarafian record company in New York. I'm not sure how long it lasted. And all these record companies in New York, they exchanged masters.
Oh, they did?
Yeah, Pharos, Sohag, some of the same artists, and even the numbers are the same. So.
Interesting.
Yeah.
You think it was all like one conglomerate label, kind
It's
of?
really hard to know how
Kind
that
of like
worked.
that later stuff in New York, that
That's right, that conglomeration
Metropolitan, Balkan,
Yeah.
Mi-Ray.
Yeah, it's hard to tell what
Goes
the
on
story
around.
is
There's like
there.
another half a dozen of them.
Right.
Caliphone.
And they kind of, as with those post-war labels, they kind of look sort of similar.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Let's see that one. See the other one?
Sohag. And Sohag also did some Persian stuff. There's like some of that tar music, that string instrument that they use.
Oh, really?
Some of that on there. It's all Turkish, Armenian, Persian. It gets kind of mixed together. There's musicians that would play all these different styles, according to what their audience was.
It's a great label.
Like a lot of Jews that played klezmer music, they also played whatever the music was of their host country. Like if they're in Ukraine, they would play straight Ukrainian music also, or Polish music, whatever. There's a lot of Jewish musicians like that are itinerant. They travel around, could play all kinds of styles.
Yeah.
And I think the Armenians were like that. I think to some degree, also play Turkish music or Persian music. Armenians are like the Jews. They traveled around a lot. Armenians were all over like Africa as shopkeepers and everything during the colonial period, even in South America. Okay, here's a record I found in a second-hand record store in Paris. This is an Armenian orchestra of somebody named Pelak Mikaelian and his orchestra. This is a European recording. I have no idea where it was recorded. It's on Polydor. Most of the Armenian records that I have are recorded in New York.
Uci paydak efendilerin tarafından Tanzara Havasi.
That was great.
Yeah.
That reminds me very much of like those Black Sea fiddlers, like Sadiq,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
really
it's kinda
intense,
reminiscent
really
of that, yeah.
powerful. Yeah.
That might have been recorded in Paris. I don't know. The
Incredible.
Parisian, it's a French polydor. So I don't know.
That part at the end was creepy.
Mm-hmm.
What, where he's talking or it went over and over?
Yeah, that was like that record was like a curse.
The ghost voice
You
at
You
the
think you
end.
said at the beginning, if you listen to this music, you're cursed for life?
Yeah, and at the end it was like kind of incantation.
Too bad we couldn't understand
Tribal
it.
witch music.
Yeah.
Another Pharos record.
How many Armenian
From the
records do you have in
20s.
your collection, dear?
About 2 inches worth. This is
Funny.
Nishan Keljikian, and the singing with the orchestra of Gulazian.
Yeah.
And the Michan Keljikian dancers.
That was really great.
I think that's the hardest thing to get past in a certain way, to get familiar with it, is that the rhythm is so strange.
Yeah, well, they do odd, like a lot of, what is it, 7/8 and like odd time signatures, just compared to what we're used to, which is almost always 4/4, and the waltz is 3/4, and in especially in early American music, you don't get too much variation from that.
No.
Classical music used to have variation, but it was still so right on the beat that it doesn't sound odd, if it's an odd amount of beats, because it's always the emphasis.
Regular.
But in this music, you can't really feel where the downbeat, what I would call the downbeat, or the one is.
No, where the pauses are going to be little syncopated stops.
Yeah.
You never know when it's going to come or why
whenever you
it's
think
there.
there's one, it's not there.
Yeah, it's it's very strange.
Okay, let's listen to Hovsep Shamlian.
Hey, yeah.
Let's.
I can't read the song title.
But he's got a funky beat, and you can dance to it.
Shamlian record. Arten tu Shadonski des yes yes Arten tu Shadonski des yes
Pretty good.
Yeah.
That was great. Also great.
Great.
Yeah.
I love the musicians. I don't know, something about the way those musicians play that's really gets to me.
I want to know what they're saying.
What they're saying?
Mm.
At one point in the other song, it sounded like, go down, get Haigaz.
I can relate to that. This music really speaks to me.
Go down, Haigaz.
Must do
Who's
as
that?
record says.
Make sure there's caramel and vanilla and caramel. Get some Haigaz, Haigaz.
There you go. Come on.
Well, show's
You got
over.
And you got to do it like in a trance dance thing. You got to do it in a circle, like Haigaz. I'm going to get the Haigaz.
Elena's twirling out the door right now.
Probably if you went into any store and did that, they'd just let you walk
Throw it
around
at
with
you.
all
Yeah,
the
right.
stuff you want.
Just take it.
Those
Get
big
out.
meat things they have on the street
The
stands. those
doner kebabs.
doner kebab. Give me my doner kebabs.
What's that? What's that?
You know those big things they cut off those pieces and make a big
Oh,
kebab
yeah, yeah,
sandwich.
yeah. Is that what it's called?
Doner kebabs, yeah.
Those things
Someone
creep
told me
out.
what's in them. It's really horrible. Like,
The leftovers.
Greasy ass shit.
Just bone and
Yeah.
inside.
That's what you call the end of the line.
and
Yeah.
like, yeah, animal butts,
Yeah.
fried
It tastes
animal
the
butts.
best.
But they're
Street
delicious.
They are good. They are good.
Street meat, that's gyros, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what you call it.
What are we about to listen to?
This is a record I found in Uruguay, an Armenian record.
Oh, you really are a world traveler, my friend.
Yes.
He's exotic, isn't he?
Yeah.
From an Italian guy in Uruguay, he got an Armenian record.
I
Right,
thought he
from
never left
Omar
his room.
Facelli.
Omar
You turned me on to Omar Facelli.
Oh, Omar.
Yeah.
My buddy Omar.
He was
So many
very.
great records from him,
Yeah.
including an Argentinian Gus Cannon doing Featherbed.
He did.
And an
Wow.
Argentinian
No
label
kidding.
he got.
Wow.
It's
That's amazing. I didn't know that.
It's
Wow.
a brand new condition too,
Incredible.
and the whole label's all different. It's
Amazing.
in
Huh.
Argentina.
Copying it or what?
No, it's just it was pressed for Argentina.
In market.
Wow.
It's a Gus Cannon and his
Okay.
Jug Stompers, Featherbed,
Victor-
Why would there be a market for that there?
Who the
They
hell
were just
knows?
experimenting or something. I don't know.
Experimenting, I would guess. I mean,
Yeah,
but who
seeing what
knows?
would go. It's amazing.
I've actually seen other blues records.
Yeah, there's a lot of jazz,
Yeah.
a lot of North American jazz on the Argentinian Victor.
Yeah, and they kind of considered jug band jazz. So that
Probably
makes
they
sense.
couldn't
yeah.
tell the difference.
They didn't know.
Interesting.
Anyway, this record came from Omar Facelli.
So
That
this
was
is
an
what you
interesting
picked out of
side
his house.
trip that Robert went on there.
Yeah,
His
tell us
record
about
trip.
that trip a little bit. That's an
Yes,
interesting story.
Well, we were in.
Buenos Aires.
We went to Brazil for some kind of a writers' festival or something, and then we made a side trip to Argentina. We were in Buenos Aires, and then you gave me the contact information for Omar Facelli, and I called him and said, He said, I'll meet you at the boat. So I took the
We
boat
took the boat
down
over there.
from Buenos Aires to
Colombo.
what's that city on the
Colombo, wasn't it? What's Colombo?
Uruguay? No, it was Montevideo.
That was a city, but first we went to Colombo.
No, that was the different thing. That was a whole different trip.
Oh,
I went to
what?
Montevideo by
Oh.
myself.
Oh.
Remember? You
I
were
thought you
sick.
Oh,
You
yeah.
were stayed in the
That's right.
hotel. And Facelli was very accommodating. Had a house full of 78s, and this was among them.
And how do you know him?
Internet.
From, the internet, eBay.
Oh,
Buying
yeah.
records from eBay. I
You-
started buying these Argentinian guitar records. I started getting into Disco Nacional.
Oh yeah, great
It's
stuff.
amazing.
Great stuff.
I first heard about it from a Yazoo reissue with the loops.
Oh yeah, really?
So I first
La
got
Loops. Oh
introduced
yeah.
to it,
Oh. Huh.
And then I started finding all these other
Huh.
guys, and
Oh yeah.
in the beginning they were really cheap. Nobody was bidding on it.
Right.
I was just getting tons and
Hmm.
tons and tons of
Huh,
stuff.
they got more expensive.
Yeah, as I turned them on to a few different people,
Huh.
and the single,
That's all it
the
takes.
Pat Conte syndrome takes place.
Yeah, you
share them with your friends, and
You gave me
get
information on
crushed.
Rudy Sazunik also in Buenos Aires, and I spent 3 days going through his records.
Didn't you say he just you sat in his living room with his family, and he had a cart? kept
That was
carting
Omar
record?
Facelli,
Oh, that was
who
Omar.
had dinner with his family. Had his whole family working in this record business. He said the internet just
The
saved his
mother-in-law
ass.
and everybody.
Wow.
I mean, you can imagine the difference between this guy's probably couldn't sell a single record to having
Yeah.
access to the world.
And Montevideo is like 1950s. It's like there's nothing there. It's very poor. It's like
Huh.
very,
It was nice.
Low-key,
I liked it.
yeah.
I liked Montevideo.
You could write a book about these
It's an
funny records
old-fashioned
in these
town.
exotic
I see
places.
that label.
Between that and like the rickshaw story, it's crazy.
The thing is, when you have a purpose like that and you go into a foreign country that you know nothing about, you end up meeting people and ending up in situations you never would otherwise. So it's
Right.
way more interesting. It's
Yeah.
Yeah.
like- Or if you go to comics festivals and things like that, to literary festivals, you're there for a purpose for your work. You end up meeting people and you end up going to their houses and you end up seeing something very different.
Yeah.
So,
But Rudy Sazunik had just hundreds and hundreds of those Argentinian guitar records. I spent
Claudel,
3 days
Claudel.
listening to those.
So many good ones.
Oh yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, when I was getting those from him, just completely,
Blind.
blind.
Hmm.
The percentage of what I get
Yeah.
was so high.
Yeah.
I kept looking for a reason to get discouraged, and I just couldn't do it.
Right. Right. Yeah.
so funny.
He was a nice old gentleman, Rudy Sazunik.
Yeah, I've only corresponded with him, but he always seems like a really nice guy.
Yeah, yeah. And when he saw that I was buying, then he, like I told you, he just kept bringing out these like cartloads of records. He'd go in the back room and wheel this cart out, stacked with 78s.
And after this podcast, you'll never be able to afford them again.
Right, right.
So right, we don't have any more room. Where are we gonna go?
Has to end sometime.
Our 15-room house is full. We don't have it. If I have to get something that's 1 inch wide, I have to calculate where it's gonna go.
I remember being here several years ago where he swore to me that he didn't have any more space in this room, so that was it. Now he's down the hall. Pretty soon, he'll be moving into the living room.
Listen, I went with him to record collectors' houses where, there's like a narrow aisle, and there's records in the stove, on top of the refrigerator, everywhere. And at one point, long before, the wife said, "It's me or the records," and there was no wife.
Eugene Earl, right?
Yeah. I remember seeing things like that. And then I remember this wealthy record collector on Long Island, Bob Altschuler, and he had they were in the pool house, they were in the garage, they were in the guest room, they were everywhere, and they were just spreading. And it was like a normal house, like in Huntington, Long Island or something, but it was like he had how many, like 1 million records or something, and 1 million.
His wife was complaining, he's filled the pool house with records.
I can't even change my bathing suit in the pool house anymore. There's no room.
One of the most shocking things like that I've ever seen is going to Pat Conte's house.
Never been there.
It's just like a total suburban Long Island neighborhood, like the most unassuming house. And you go into it, and it's like you're walked into another world. Ancient relics.
The time you took me there is. Okay, the main floor of the house is just his mother's house, and it just looks like a normal 1970s, suburban home. And then you go down to the basement. It was in the basement where you suddenly enter this other world that's unbelievable down there.
Yeah.
That's Pat Conte's
world.
I mean,
museums want all his stuff. Like, the records are the least of it in a way.
Right.
And the records just go on forever.
Yes.
All right, so what do we have here?
This is the Im Dolardjis Orchestra with the singer A. Kevorkian.
Hey, Kevorkian. That was Dr. Death,
Yeah, Dr. Death.
What was Kevorkian's story? The doctor?
Dr. Death. That was the guy, Jack Kevorkian, that gave those lethal injections to people, that cocktail, so they could die, and he did it in trucks.
He got in trouble for it.
But he ended up in jail.
Yeah.
I agree with what he does.
He was a painter, too. Did you ever see his paintings?
No.
Oh, his artwork is great.
I'd like to see it.
Great.
Yeah.
I could get it up.
Here's his grandfather.
Totally agree with him.
prosperity of the 20s, all these record companies started little separate ethnic series. But then the Depression pretty much killed the whole thing. Killed the record business in America. Depression. Radio kind of supplanted records as the form of home entertainment. Made in Hollywood.
Of course.
Of course.
Why wouldn't it be?
This is Ruben Sarkisian. Armenian dance. And his orchestra. Made in Hollywood.
So that's the one you said was recorded in Hollywood.
Yeah. It looks like about 1950 or maybe even later to me.
Yeah, it was a nice modern recording. It sounded very similar to the older style music, but you could hear it a lot better.
And they don't list the name of the singer. It's just Ruben Sarkisian and Orchestra.
Great.
You loved it?
My collection
Yes.
is magnificent.
What'd you say down there, Pops?
My collection is magnificent.
Like the way you just mumble that under your breath to yourself. It's a good feeling, right? If you don't feel like you're getting enough praise, just praise yourself.
It's okay. John gets up in the middle of the night and like kisses his record.
Sometimes.
You ever seen the Vosbikian label?
Yeah, I have a
Post-war
couple
label.
on Vosbikian, yeah.
Duh.
The post-war Vosbikian label. Steve Ajdarian. Yaris Ismen Negvadje.
Imal yerke helas kuka. Hayatçiges şada varjes, sirdet bakturan geldes. Hayatçiges şada varjes, sirdet bakturan geldes. Hazıratı da para pane, niçutun tese gıdançes. Hazıratı da para pane, niçutun tese gıdançes. Adormeçe kaveniga. İmalgın talas buka. Haydi! Geçse de bak geçse. Aha şu dov karune kap, tavik vera patmetam. Aha şu dov karune kap, tavik vera patmetam. İşte bardez puçe bagabem. Tamim yaro çinazarem, işte bardez puçe bagabem. Tamim yaro çinazarem. Ador meçe kağniga, imal bare laskuka. Haydi haydi, geç sen de geç. Abi.
There's a guy named Dujan who's good on Pharos. I got a bunch by him.
Yaldız Zakır. Meral kişe vercali ansam kendiginin vavan korze şatsam. Meral kişe vercali ansam kendiginin vavan korze şatsam. Dari la la la kendiginin gelle tutting la la. Dari la la dandiginin gelle tutting la la. Geskişerunin çezgeserardun, bağı ardun bediye laskano. Geskişerunin çezgeserardun, bağı ganu bediye lasardun. Dari la la dandiginin gelle tutting la la. Dari la la dandiginin gelle tutting la la. İnşanuşe şadanuşe kone, bağı irgun rahmetek medone. İnşanuşe şadanuşe kone, bağı irgun rahmetek medone. Dari la la dandiginin gelle tutting la la. Dari la la dandiginin gelle tutting la la.
was Im Dolardjis. It doesn't say who the musicians were. That's also a Pharos recording from the 20s. It's a little bit similar to Persian music. A little bit has certain things in common.
Yeah,
Somewhere halfway between
that.
Turkish and Persian. But I heard so little Persian music. God knows what there was there, what was recorded.
Yeah, I have some good ones.
Yeah, you do. Hard to find. Pharos didn't even last 100 issues. Highest number I've got is something like 70.
Really?
There's a 500 series. That's what they're all in this 500 series.
3rd Avenue, New York.
Yeah.
Gotta get there.
Right. Somewhere there's like boxes and boxes of unplayed copies of Pharos records in New York.
You know what the irony is like until probably pretty recently, one of those buildings probably had boxes of records down the basement of these old places. You know?
Right. Somebody threw them away.
Well, I guess that brings us to the end of another great show. We've lost some of our crew here. Oh, I hear him in the background.
I'm going to play one of those Sohag records that's supposed to be Persian music, but I think it's the musicians are Armenian, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, we'll go out with that.
Shah Baronian. I think he plays Armenian and Persian music both. A couple of the Persian records I have that sounds very similar to the same instrument called a tar. This is Shah Baronian Tarist on the Sohag label, which is another Armenian record company in New York. This is supposedly Persian music, but it's, I think Baronian is an Armenian name. As for the audience, so long for a while.
We love you.
That's all the songs for a while.
We love you. We love you, audience.
Thanks for tuning in to John's Old Time Radio Show.
Ooh, that was nice.
Please join us next time, where John will chastise you, call you stupid, and say fuck off. Thank you and good night.
Well,
Great.
I'm going to use that in every show. Every show's going to end with
That's a
that from now
career she
on.
could have had.